Welcome back. This is Watertown365. We have information about the Riverwalk Art Festival. We have information about that building that was condemned over in Watertown. We have information about a disease that's killing deer in New York City. You don't have just COVID to worry about. There's also this deer thing. There's information about free car seat checks and so much more. This is Watertown 365. We are going to be talking about so many different things. Let's get to something quick and easy that we can get out of the way. The first thing to discuss are these free, if I can mute the tab, are these free car seat checks across New York this week. Parents and caregivers in New York's North Country can get their car seats checked on Thursday. It's all part of Child Passenger Safety Week. Governor Kathy Hochul and the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee are behind these checks. These are free. These are happening all around New York. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, more than 3,000 child passengers under the age of 13 were killed from 2015 to 2019. And on Saturday, technicians will be at the Morrisonville EMS from 10 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. to get your car seat checked. It's an easy way to get out of the house and do something and just make sure that you are being safe. Next up, let's talk about the Riverwalk Art Festival that will be held in Watertown. This is hosted by the Downtown Business Association. This is happening next month. This will be Saturday, October 2nd, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Veterans Memorial Riverwalk Park. They will be unveiling a mural called The Inventions of Watertown. Let's see if we can find, I guess we wouldn't be able to find like a picture of it if it has not yet been unveiled. So you'll have to go there to find out. October 2nd, Veterans Memorial Park. Be there or be square. The festival will include music, dance, and art. October 2nd, music, dance, art, and unveiling of the Inventions of Watertown mural. I'm even curious about what the heck has been invented in Watertown. Well, you too will have to visit October 2nd to find out for yourself. There is a bike ride fundraiser that began for a sad reason, but now we have new information about it because in Watertown, it's neighbor helping neighbor, not just borrowing a lawnmower or asking for a cup of sugar. There was a bicycle crash. Her name was Joanne Nugent Warnes. She was in a head-on collision riding her bike in Watertown on Monday. She was treated at the Samaritan Medical Center, and when her bike was hit by a car, she was riding to raise money to end childhood cancer. This is called the Great Cycle Challenge, but she could not bike the final 48 miles to reach her 150-mile goal. So Joanne's neighbor, Robert Finn, came out from across the street, and he has ridden, I don't know how, he has ridden, that sounds wrong, but he has taken his bike 20 miles so far, and just stepping up, being a good neighbor. So the news is not always about doom and gloom. It's also about neighbors doing nice things for other people. So because she was, and you saw it like on the video there really quick, yeah, she was kind of hit and needed stitches. So the neighbor, Robert Finn, jumped in and is helping out the bike ride fundraiser. What a nice guy. What a nice thing to do. Next up, it seems like every week we have an update about this condemned Watertown rooming house where many people were living there and there were problems with, I believe, the electrical, the water, so many things. This is 661 Factory Street. And there were a number of people who were left homeless because I think there was like an electrical fire, if I remember correctly. The fire department came and they said, people cannot live here. We have to condemn the building. The fire alarm system was not working, infested with bed bugs and cockroaches, plumbing hazards, so much. 40 tenants were forced out, and they had to live in a temporary tent city nearby. Now, the building is on the market for $599,000, assessed for $208,000. And so they said that the listing says that it contains 35 units, which generating $200K per year in annual rent revenue. Here is the building. Now, the closing of 661 Factory, along with several other facilities that housed poor people going out of business has prompted county officials to warn that the county faces a significant homeless problem. And the reason why people are reporting about it and trying to get information, or trying to get the word out about it, is because the Jefferson County legislature is hoping that someone will buy the property and renovate it, make it livable, put it in better living conditions, and get people to move back in because it was providing a needed service for some low-income housing. And now people have nowhere else to go. It was already pretty low rent, and now they're having to live in tents. And once the building is sold and repaired, it needs better maintenance than it did before. They need to have a manager probably on site, making sure that everything such as the plumbing and the electrical is being run and managed correctly. So very good to know. 661 Factory, that is your weekly update about that condemned building with people living in the tent city nearby. Sad situation. Also, there is a disease killing deer in New York State, and it's finally in southern Jefferson County. This is called EHD. It's epizootic hemorrhagic disease. It's transmitted to deer through the bites of midges, which are small insects, sometimes called no-see-ums or punkies. It has already killed 700 deer in the state. It was first spotted in 2007, and again in 2011. And then in September to late October 2020, a large EHD outbreak occurred in the lower Hudson Valley, killing 1,500 deer. Now, these EHD outbreaks are most common in the late summer and early fall when the midges are abundant. But the initial cases this year were detected in late July. There's no treatment or means to prevent EHD, but the good news is that the disease is not spread from deer to deer, and also humans can't get it. It just is spread by these little bugs. Dead deer do not serve as a source of infection for other animals. It is unlikely to affect hunting season, and the first frost of the year wipes these bugs out, reducing the spread of the disease. So why are we bumming you out? What can you do about this? Well, here's the thing. If you see a dead or dying deer suspected of having EHD, then you're asked to call your regional wildlife office. So if you see a dead or dying deer, call the appropriate wildlife people and make sure that they can take care of it. And let's talk about a department store named Runnings, which is finally open in Watertown. And this is reported by NNY360. Now, Runnings is a Minnesota-based home, farm, and outdoor department store. They sell sporting goods, clothing, footwear, pet supplies, housewares, tools, farm supplies, lawn, garden supplies, toys, and outdoor equipment. I think we said sporting goods twice. Maybe we didn't. But anyway, what is happening is that there was an opening, and there was a little bit of a miscommunication. I guess the town of Watertown officials said that they thought the opening was going to be in October, but now it's just opened yesterday, just this Thursday of this week, at the old Kmart on Outer Arsenal Street. They purchased the old Kmart store, which is in the same plaza as the Hannaford grocery store and the Red Robin. That old Kmart closed 4 years ago. The building's been vacant, but guess what? Now it's open. Now it is Runnings, which is a Midwestern home farm outdoor department store. If you're driving past that Red Robin Plaza, then check them out. They kind of did a little bit of a surprise, I guess. Everyone thought we would wait until October, but now they are officially open now. And let's talk about COVID-19, everyone's favorite subject, only not really. What's happening is that no new deaths were reported on Wednesday in the Tri-County region. There were 78 new COVID infections, 25 people hospitalized with the virus, 50 new cases in Jefferson County, and 10 people treated in the hospital. Lewis County reported 13 new infections, 3 people are in the hospital, and the general consensus advice is if you get vaccinated, you will have a less likely chance of getting very sick or getting hospitalized, and you will spread it less to others than if you are not vaccinated. And so good advice, get vaccinated and hopefully stay out of the hospital. Now on to brighter news. We want to mention Perioptical and Beiring Jiu-Jitsu. Perioptical. When you feel some pain in your eyes and you can't see clearly, then you need to pay your eye doctor a visit. Wondering where to find quality eye care service in Jefferson County? Perry Optical Team has been helping the North Country see better for more than 30 years. Perry Optical is catering to families and individuals specializing in patients with special needs and clients who may be hard to fit for glasses or contacts. They are located at perryopticalny.com. You can find the phone number there, email address, hours of operation, location, perryopticalny.com. And we would also like to give a shout out to Beiring Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. They are located in Eagle Ridge Village Apartments. Beiring Jiu-Jitsu New York strives to create a friendly and safe environment where people of all backgrounds can come together to train, learn, and grow. They attract students who are humble and kind and who show respect for the class, the art, and for each other. Bullies and show-offs soon find Beiring Jiu-Jitsu is not for them. This is because Beiring Jiu-Jitsu prefers to maintain an atmosphere rather than an egosphere. Beiring Jiu-Jitsu is more than just teammates and training partners. They are family, on and off the mat. Come see what Jiu-Jitsu has to offer you. BeiringJiu-JitsuNY.com. And I'm hoping, I have enough faith in the autocorrects and the Googles and the internets and the computers that even if you misspell Beiring Jiu-Jitsu a little bit, then I'm confident that you can still locate the website even if you spell it just a little bit off. I think that they will course correct for you a little bit. They are located in Evans Mills. If you go to Beiring Jiu-Jitsu NY, you can locate their phone number, their email address, their Facebook page. Maybe not. Maybe they need to fix that. But I would like to actually snoop in these final minutes of our broadcast to see what's happening over on the Beiring Jiu-Jitsu page. Let's click and find out. And New York. Maybe they don't have a Facebook page. Beiring Jiu-Jitsu, New York, and Evans Mills. Perfect. Let's see what's happening on the Beiring Jiu-Jitsu page. So just today, on Friday, September 24th, Adult Jiu-Jitsu 12 to 1 p.m. plus a homeschool group 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. And you can see what the place is all about and what they are doing. That's Beiring Jiu-Jitsu. And thank you personally for tuning into this week's episode. We are located at Watertown365.com, where you can jump in and get more details about what we talked about. And, sometimes we say a lot of things and you can play the video and then say, ooh, I'd like to know more about that car seat thing. You can go to Watertown365.com and find out what's happening there. And we would also very much love it if you could find us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/Watertown365, and talk to us and communicate and have some back and forth and find out about National Punctuation Day and so many more exciting things happening at facebook.com/Watertown365. And thank you for showing up and being here on our broadcast. We will see you next week for more exciting, action-packed, fast-paced Watertown, New York news. See you then.